Hello, my name is Mark Hunter, the Sales Hunter, and we're here today talking about negotiating. And one of the things that comes up all the time in negotiating is what are some of the tactics? What are some of the tricks? What are some of the tips? Well, I like to say there are three T's in negotiating, and they come up every time in negotiating. But you know what? They don't involve tricks or tips. What they involve are these three simple T's. The first T is time, the second T is trust, the third T is tactics. And I want you to look at these three as being numbers that you add up. And these three numbers have to always add up to 100% for you and for the person you're negotiating with. Because if they don't achieve 100%, there's no negotiating going on. Let me break it down as to what I mean by this. If you have a tremendous amount of time, unlimited amount of time to negotiate a settlement, then time is really 100% of your negotiating tools. And there's no need to use trust, there's no need to have trust, and there's really no need to have tactics. Time is on your side. On the other hand, you may have a negotiating situation where you've got to achieve some results rather rapidly, but you've got a very good relationship with the other party. You see, there's an element of trust. And you see, trust might be 60, 70%. And if trust is 60 or 70%, you're well on your way to achieving success. And you only need to fill the other 30% with either time or tactics. Now, here's where we get into trouble. We go into negotiations where we don't have time and we don't have any trust. That means the only tool left is tactics. I see this happening a lot in business-to-business situations with purchasing departments. I see this in B2C situations. If you're buying an automobile or dealing with a salesperson that you've never dealt with before, what happens is you're put into a situation where the other party knows that you have to have a deal within a certain amount of time, and there's no level of trust. So that means all they can do is break out the tactics, and that's what they do. Now keep in mind, the tactics are the same things that you can use on them. But what I find is this, is that more time that professional buyer, that professional negotiator is more skilled at using them on you. So my whole rule of thumb is this. When I'm going into negotiating, I want to be able to have as long of a time as possible. Now, I may not have a lot of time, but I'm going to tell the other party that there's time. I'm going to give every illusion that there is time. And I'm also going to do everything possible to create a level of trust. I want to create a level of trust. When I create a level of trust in the other party, I'm allowing my integrity and my competence and my confidence to come through. This is overarching everything. Because when I've created a level of trust in understanding what it is you want and you understanding what I want, then we can minimize tactics. But when we don't have trust or time, tactics are going to come out. I don't have time to go into all the tactics, but if you go to my website, www.thesaleshunter.com, check out the section in articles, research. I've got a whole variety of tools and techniques to help you in understanding tactics that people will use against you or you could use with them. Hey, thanks so much, Mark Hunter, the Sales Hunter. Always great sharing ideas with you. Great selling.